So price is in bullish momentum. Clearly on a chart chat that we're putting in higher highs and higher lows. So we're respecting previous lows on the 5-minute chart.
The D-Money Show.
Out of that trade chat for 20 points, you're seeing it live here on YouTube. D-Money, who's rocking like us? Riding the EMAs. We're putting in higher highs and higher lows. So we're respecting previous lows on the 5-minute chart, kind of mapping those out. You can see how every time price puts in a low. So I would not be surprised if 26,000 level gets taken today. It's your wrong, baby. I'm back in the VDH. I'm feeling good. The next candles continue to grind higher to the upside. I wrote this momentum up to 900. This is the year 2026, and I'm trying to make a little money. All right, guys, drop a W in the chat for that. Who made money on that trade? Let's go. All right, guys, there's 20 points. That boy good. That boy good. Tune in, guys, Monday through Friday, live from the VDH, the D-Money Show. Let's go. Yo, yo, yo. What up, what up, what up? We back. It's Thursday already. Feel like the week has flew, chat. But nevertheless, we back like we never left. You already know. Oh man. Shout out to Breedan777. Waiting time. Looks like you're the first comment there on the stream. We appreciate the support. You gotta love it. We got Rio trades, 1,000 rocking every day. Let's go. Rio, we're waiting to see them. We would love a video proof of right, some video evidence that you got 1,000 rocking with us. Because that would be a sight to see. So shout out to Rio Trades. He stated on multiple occasions, guys, that there's 1,000+ rocking with us everywhere we go. He was in ATL, I think DR at one point. So we would love to see it. Shoot us a video. G at onlypropfirms.com. You gotta love it. Oh man. Well, hoping for some pretty good price action today, chat. It's true, I am 1 in the 1,000. Okay, all right. Well, hey, we just want to see. We just want to see it to be. It's a little motivational. We're not saying that Rio is fabricating anything over here. We're just saying that we would love to see it. D-Money, where's the first signal gonna be? Oh man, Phil, you're not wasting any time. It's only 9:03, sir. Like we haven't even shot out the viewers yet. It's 9:03. Man, oh man. JC Trades 25. Good morning, D-Money. Happy to see you. I'm happy to see you as well. JC Trades 25. JC Trades 25. I clicked on your YouTube pic, and you got a little side profile there. It seems like you got high cheekbones, but that's all we can determine from that side view. So we're gonna drop. Don't you fear, JC Trades. We're gonna drop the Addy again for you to. You look, your side profile is on point. I'm not gonna lie. But we want to see the front pic, the facial pic. There you go. We dropped the Addy for you. You gotta love it. Oh man. Shout out to Ginger. She said love is in the air. We don't know. We're not sure. We haven't seen. like I said, she looks, not gonna lie, she looks very attractive from the side profile pic. She said she can only show a little at a time for patience, guys. Oh man, here we go. We're starting early, guys. It's not 05. Never fear. The BDH is here, and we're gonna try to make a little money. Don't you worry, guys. You gotta love it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and map out the previous daily candles high and low, chat. And we will go from there. Is PW joining at 10:30 a.m. market open? I'm not sure. You never know. PW pops on sporadically. He popped on yesterday, right? So you never know. I'm not sure, to be honest, guys. He's loves to do things. You know, he's a spontaneous person. So if he's in a mood to hop on, he's gonna hop on. Make no mistake about it. So let me go ahead and map out the previous daily candles high and low. Let me switch to this 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. And unfortunately, we're getting downside momentum in the market. That's been a pattern, guys, right? We've been getting these moves. Basically pre-market. You gotta love it. So could be targeting these lows down here at 24,210. Curry crate with a little rate, guys. You're getting selling pressure already, kind of stepping into the market. But let me map out my daily level here. So yesterday's high, 25,210.50. And you had yesterday's daily candles low sitting at 24,565.50. All right, so that's your daily candle high and low, guys. So we're rapidly descending to the downside. You got a clear bearish kind of pattern setting up, right, with lower highs and lower lows, guys. Pretty clean on the lower time frames. You had a nice sell-off. We've been getting these moves pre-market. It's a little frustrating because you get these clear distinctive moves. It's been happening right pre-market, and then all of a sudden come market open at 9:30 you get chop. So that's your market daily candles marked out on the chart. A lot of bearish momentum in the market, guys. If you look at the higher time frame, the daily chart, this is the level down here that I'm kind of referencing to the downside. If we're gonna get down there, right? So it would be 24,212 could be an area of interest. So remains to be seen, right? If we have enough momentum to get down there, but could be possible. We're gonna find out. Don't you worry. Expecting some really strong support at 24,000. Yeah, that's a nice psychological number, chat. So that could be in play. And you've been getting these, like I said, you've been getting bearish momentum stepping into the market, where you're almost tempted to take some of these moves, guys, right, in the direction that the market's trending pre-market, because to be honest, that's been the cleanest price action. Right, it's been happening. So shorts have been paying today, and for the last few days, right, you've had some pretty clean moves to the upside and downside pre-market. Yeah, we'll turn it down a little bit. Give me a second. All right, is that better, guys, on the music? It's a little lower. PW is out in Cali, guys. He's been out in Cali since Thursday of last week, so he's popping on stream here and there. So, but he's been doing night streams. He did a night stream last night. He popped on stream yesterday for a few minutes, guys. So he's out racing, getting ready for the official start of that race next week. He's doing prep this week out in Cali. So he's been doing the night show though. Somebody said fishing in the desert. Oh man. All right, guys, we're gonna drop a poll as we get continuation to the downside here. That's been the play, right? You basically just follow no momentum in the direction of the market pre-market and let it ride. And it's been printing, unfortunately, right? Pre-market. All right, so we're going to drop a poll, guys. We'll see how you guys are feeling up or down at market open. Downtown Leroy Brown. Oh, man. All right, we just dropped a poll in the chat. We're curious to know how you guys are feeling out there. Wow. We had a crazy spike there on the nose initially, right? But now we're starting to even out a little bit better. So it's pretty even right now, chat. We'll keep an eye out on it. We got about 300 votes. 51% feel like we're going up. 49% feel like we're going down so far. So we'll check on it as we get closer to market open. We've already had a pretty aggressive sell-off here since about 8 o'clock this morning to the downside, right? About 150 points. So that's been the wave, guys, right? We've seen this multiple times. and we just continue to bleed to the downside. Up and open to trap buyers, then downtown Julie Brown. Yeah, that's how I'm leaning, right, based off of what's happening here. So, I mean, you got a lot of bearish momentum, guys, on the 4-hour chart. This is the 4-hour chart we're looking at. So, a lot of bearish momentum. So let's see if this contract has rolled over. The NQ1 contract, right? Yeah, it looks like it's rolled over. Let's see. Yeah, so that 24,000 area, guys, could definitely be an area of interest, right? So let me switch here to the daily chart. Let me check out these support levels. 24,200. Yeah, it's still looking the same. So I'm going to switch back to NQ M26. So in the short term, you have to be looking at the area that I got mapped out down here, guys, if they're going to flush it to the downside. We'll find out at market open. But this is your little support level in the interim, I guess, right? Off the higher time frame, and that's pretty much the closest area. So do we get a push up at market open, trap some people, and then we continue lower? Or do we flush McGush? So you do have, you got a bearish EMA cross, 1-hour chart, 4-hour chart. And daily is also crossed on the 14 and 50. So there's a lot of bearish momentum, chat, in the market. No worries. When there's blood in the street, we eat. Yes, go. Let's go. Gotta love it. Corn Dog John. We got a Corn Dog John now, guys. So, hey, good morning, Corn Dog John. So he felt the need, I guess, to fill the deep depression that we have for Corn Dog Tim, guys. So we have a Corn Dog John now. Good morning, D-Money. Hey, good morning. How are you? Hopefully you stick around and don't eat any contaminated corn dogs, sir. Oh, man. Corn Dog John, Tim is my brother. Oh, okay. Okay, so you guys are related. So what happened to Corn Dog Tim? Like that's what everybody in the chat wants to know. Corn Dog John, Tim died about 2 weeks ago. Oh man. He sadly passed. Yeah, I'm trying not to laugh here, guys, but rest up. Hey, R.I.P. to Corn Dog Tim. You gotta hate it. Choked on a corn dog. R.I.P. brother. Wow. Condolences. Oh. Tim blew 20 funded accounts and quit. Wow. Wow. So we're getting a bit of a push back up here, chat. Right? We had a low put in 24,401, and we're starting to get a pullback here. Nice pullback of about 87 points. Right back up. You gotta love it. Hope he is not serious. If he is, this is gonna be awkward. Yeah. So we hope you're not serious, Corn Dog John. It just, very strange that all of a sudden we got a Corn Dog John. So if you're serious, hey, obviously condolences, man. But we hope you're not serious, to be honest. Hope you're just roasting. So if you haven't already, guys, do me a solid. Oh man, here we go. It started. It's roasting corn dogs. Oh man. So do me a solid if you haven't already, guys. We got to keep the streak alive. Sorry about that. I'm checking the stream to see how many likes we have on the stream so far, guys. Do me a solid. We're at 541 likes. Trying to keep the streak alive of 1,000 likes, guys. It looks like we have 3,300 people tuned into the show. It's only 9:20, so make no mistake about it. We're gonna ramp up here as we get closer to market open. We got 9 minutes left before market opens officially at 9:30. We had a sell-off to the downside, just had a pretty violent pop right back up to the upside of roughly now 106 points. Cray with Lil Ray, guys. You gotta love this price action. It's going up because I went short. Well, I mean, you hate when that happens, right? But it is pre-market. Can you go through your thoughts when before market open you see Nvidia down bad in the pre-market? Do you even consider that or look at it? Yeah, I mean, a lot of times we reference Nvidia. Currently at the moment, somebody kind of brought that up yesterday. I know there's been some discussion on it, guys, like oil, right? Oil has been basically, if oil's popping to the upside, a lot of times recently you've been getting these drops on NQ and vice versa, right? So if oil is dropping, a lot of times you get a pop on NQ. That's been more, I guess, correlation as of recently. A lot of times I do look at Nvidia upon market open, and if Nvidia is down right now, you could kind of plead a case that NQ could be in for some volatility to the downside or momentum to the downside. So from a news front, I saw somebody posted that, right, like about news today. So today's Thursday, chat. We had unemployment claims, 8:30 red folder. 10:30 you have natural gas storage. And then you have a Fed speaker, FOMC member speaking tonight, it looks like at 7 o'clock. So looks like no more red folder on the horizon for today. But you do have natural gas storage numbers coming out at 10:30. So as we get closer to the open, because it's pre-market, and Nvidia on the right-hand side of your screen, it is having some selling pressure, obviously, to the downside as well, right? So bearish EMA cross as well. This is a 5-minute chart on Nvidia on the right-hand side of your screen. Pre-market is down to 178.22, right, from the close yesterday. So it is obviously some selling pressure on Nvidia at the moment. So we'll have to keep an eye on that today, chat, and see how this plays out. So as we get closer to 9:30, we'll let it roll for a few more minutes. We got 1,268 votes, and 54% feel like we're going up so far at market open. You got 46% that feel that we're gonna drop. So never fear, we're gonna find out. Either way. Trade of 8 is on the new contract, chat. NQM6. NQM6. That's the new contract. So H6 is done. From a volume standpoint, right? It's already rolled over. Majority of people have rolled over. I think you technically have until the 21st, if I'm not mistaken on that. Or the 20th probably, right? But majority of people have already switched over, guys. The volume has already shifted to NQM6. So if you're on H6, you're on the old contract. If you're on NQ1, you're on NQ1 probably on TradingView. They were inquiring about Trade-of-8. We're almost there, chat. We are at 897 likes, so we got about 100 likes left to keep the 1,000 like streak alive. So we got 4,000 at this point. We're a little bit over 4,000 viewers tuned into the show. We're getting ready for market open. We got about 4 minutes until market open, and we're gonna see hopefully today's a lot of volatility and some follow through on some of these moves, right? We've been getting some weird choppy price action over the last few days. So, right, no breakout continuation. You get the breakout, but then you get a move right back down. So that's a little frustrating. So hopefully today we get more follow through on these moves. And the streak remains alive, chat. So we're at 1,000 likes before 9:30. I appreciate the support. You gotta love it. More like months, yeah. So I was just kind of scrolling through X chat yesterday, and yeah, there's quite a few people, some of these traders that are on social media, etc., guys, that are kind of vocalizing that it's been a really rough month of March, and some feel longer than that, right? But we know that we've been ranging for quite some time, chat. As we get more selling pressure, stepping into the downside. Hello, now it's night. 55% up for the poll. X Dr. Z. Yeah, 55% up. We're going to give it another probably 15-20 seconds, guys, and we're going to finalize the poll. But right now, I mean, yeah, we're at 55% of the chat feels that we're going up at market open. About 1,600 votes. So normally once we get around 1,500 to 1,600, that's when I close the poll out, and that's because that's typically gonna give us a pretty good indication of how the chat's feeling. So we'll wait about 5 more seconds and we'll close this thing out. But and we're climbing, right, guys? So about 1,700 votes now, and still 55%. You gotta love it. So we're gonna go ahead and close it. We got our answer, chat, as far as how overall you guys are feeling. Now that's only based off of 1,700 votes, chat, right? So that's not the entire chat. We know that some people don't participate in the poll. Some people don't comment at all. They're just kind of vibing out and chilling. That's fine, because we already have, it's 9:28. We got about 1 minute and 26 seconds left before market open, and we got 4,400 people tuned into the show. So maybe we get a push up here, guys, right? Maybe we get a push up above 446, and then you're targeting maybe 500 level, and then a retracement. We'll find out. Don't have a bias going into the open, guys, because we've had selling pressure to the downside, and there's a lot of room. We're super bearish on the higher time frames, but we might need a retracement back up first before getting a drop. So we get above the 14 EMA, could be targeting above 500. If we lose these lows down here below like 412 and 400, guys, look out to the downside, right? I mapped out 24,000 like 200 level. So going to be patient, let the 5-minute RB kind of set up a little bit, and we'll see how price action dictates. So we got about 10 seconds left. All right, 2 seconds. Market's open, guys. Straight down so far. Wow. So yeah, that was a perfect short from 400 level basically, guys, right? Would have been a perfect short from the break of this candle's low at 400. So straight down at the open. So that's what I was kind of calling out, right? Hey, if you lose these lows, you would be looking. It just happened so quick, right? We didn't even get a push up, guys, at all. That was just a straight flush. Lost 412, and then we just had a dump of 85 points. Gotta love it. All right, so we'll wait for this ORB setup here, guys, right at this point. Pretty much had a straight flush down, no retracement up at all, just a straight flush. Uh, 429 was the high, 429.25. Low was 329.25. All right, so you're getting more kind of selling pressure stepping in here. Got about a minute, 31 seconds left on the current 5-minute candle. $100-point drop off the start. Yeah, I mean, pretty much a straight flush. So if you didn't, and I didn't have an order in there, I wish I did, right below that 412. But I was expecting a pop up first to the upside, and then you would be able to catch it, right? But hey, that happens, guys. So now I gotta wait, right? Here's the 5-minute ORB getting ready to finalize. So the high 429.25, low 329.50. So 5-minute ORB is set. And I mean, this thing is just, So we'll see. We're at the bottom of this 5-minute candles range. About 100 points so far in a 5-minute ORB. $324 is the low. All right, so let's see what happens here, guys, right? If we lose 24,329 with conviction, obviously we got more downside towards 24,248. But we're hanging out right above basically the opening range candles low. So need to be a little patient. So we're going to find out either way. Did not take unfortunately, the short, right? We had a pretty nice flush to the downside immediately, right? No retracement at all. I think a lot of people were waiting for a retracement. If you caught the drop, congrats. Won at 412 for a short, right? We got it, but we got it right away, and no retracement to the upside. So gotta love when that happens. So just being patient here, chat. Right back up so far. Crazy reaction back up, guys. So this is got about a 69 point push right back up out the bottom of the 5-minute ORB. So very interesting open so far, right? We had a push down pretty drastic, and now you have push right back up. So longs are looking a little bit better, right? Current 15-minute candles looking cray with Lil Ray Ray. You got a nice bottom wick right off the lows so far. Five-minute candles trying to push. We get back above 430 area, guys. I will be looking for a breakout trade to the upside, obviously. Looks like it's going to be a range market. But yeah, who knows? We're going to find out. So you got about 5 minutes before the 15-minute opening candles range is set, chat. And it's not going to be much different than what's already on the chart, right? You can drop the low basically to include this low, and we'll do that now because it's not going to make much of a difference right at the moment. 24,326.75. All right, so there's a pop above the top of the range. Trying to long there, guys, on the breakout trade. We'll see if we got momentum to continue higher to the upside, right? That's the open range candle break. All right, there's 10 points. We got more in the tank, 15 points. And then you got chop. So you gotta love it. Now this 15-minute candle looks crazy though, guys, to the upside, right, so far, but we're gonna give it a little bit more room. We might have to scrap this and re-enter if it doesn't push. So I had about 15 points. And you had a pullback, but can we get up here to maybe 580 level or higher? They're going to send this thing. Entry was 430, chat. $497 would be... So the 14 EMA is 493, so that would be probably the initial target if we can get up there. You're getting a lot of volatility, a lot of chop. Crazy price action here, guys. Volatility wise, right? Just back and forth. All right, so let's see if we got enough to get moving here. 15 points, 20 points. So nothing wrong with taking it, guys. If you're up, right? You had about 20 points there on the pop. Just want more follow through. Not really getting it, but the one explosion leads to the EMA at 494 area, but we might not get it with this crazy chop back and forth. So you had about 20 points there if you took it. Congrats. Drop a W in the chat. And you're getting pulled back again. So do me a solid if you haven't already, guys. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. Appreciate the support. We're getting you want to pop here. I mean, that previous candle's wick says a lot, but can we get follow through to explode to the upside here? That's the question, guys. And I was basically just looking at the bottom wick and seeing that, you know, it looks like it wants a push pretty drastic to the upside, right? So that's what I'm trying to play into, but it needs to go, guys, and get back above 454. Not looking too hot right now. You got to love that, right? Right back down. So we're going to have to scrap it. So You had about 20 points on the winner there. Saw quite a few people drop the W in the chat. I want more to the upside. And might look to re-enter here, guys, if we start breaking above. There it is, starting to break. So no follow through on these opening range, kind of like breakout trades. You're getting these pumps and then that's it. It's giving you like 20 points and then right back down. But I want to pop here to 480 area. I think it's coming, but so this is the 15-minute chart, guys, and you can kind of see how you had that doji candle, but you just couldn't get the follow through for more continuation. So had a rejection right off the 14 EMA on the 5-minute chart as well. So you had a 20 burger, and that's about it, guys. Right, that's all that it gave. So about to wait now for the next move. NQ big flush coming. Yeah, it could be. I mean, we got to find out. We need, so if you're a bull, in my opinion, guys, you need us back above 24,435, right? That's the 14 EMA on the 5-minute chart, because if we can't get back above 24,435, then you could be looking basically at this as a rejection off the EMAs. We get above 435 with momentum, then you're targeting the next EMA, which is 498, 50 EMA on the 5-minute chart. So we know we had a lot of selling pressure to the downside, guys. We know that the higher time frames were bearish. The 1-hour chart's fighting. 4-hour chart is super bearish. So that could, you know, is that it for the little push to the upside, right? And then we get more selling pressure. So that's what I'm watching for, right? You get back above the EMAs with conviction, chat. You have to feel that we're headed towards 24,498. If we can't get back above the 14 EMA, then we know that 24,326 more than likely is going to be an area of interest, right, to the downside and lower possibly. So all right, there it is, guys. There's the pop there. Above, so quick pop there, right? And I'm gonna target now, to be honest. You would have to feel pretty good on this 498 as a possibility, chat, right? Maybe even 500. They can hold the ORB low. So you get back below 429, you're not looking for any continuation. But if we can hold it, we're headed more than likely to 500. $20 points. Here's 480. All right, there's 20, 25 points. There's 490, guys. Let's go, baby. Come on, guys. There it is. That's close enough. So we will take it. We will take it, guys. You gotta love it. So they tried to hold me back. I got chopped on the first trade, had to make it back. So you gotta love that, guys. So that was the initial target that I wanted. It just took a little time to get up there, chat, right? Because once I saw, kind of called that out, once I saw that we held, right? If you're a bull, I said you want us back above the 14 EMA. Once I saw us push back above it, guys, we closed green. You're looking for more upside towards that 50 EMA, 498. Got pretty close, right? 24,492 was the high. And we're still pushing, chat. There's 498. So there's a tap of the 50 EMA currently at the moment. So nice trade there as well. So if you caught the pop, you got to love that, guys. Drop a W in the chat. Hey, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. NQ tried to hold me back. We said no sirree, Bob. I mean, it was hard to think that we wouldn't get up there, guys. That the way that the candles were pushing on the higher time frame, that 1 hour candle, right? Unfortunately, you had some turbulence on the way up, but that's trading. So never fear, the BDH is here. So if you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. Looks like we're hanging out at 1,600 likes. We got to get above 2,000 likes. Keep the streak alive. If you're not subscribed to the channel, we rock out Monday through Friday. Maybe this is your first time rocking out with the BDH. We appreciate the support. If you're a loyal viewer on a day in and day out basis, we love you. Hey D, give some credit to Jerome. He sure called you with the insight. You gotta love Jerome, guys. You gotta love family that wants to take credit for, you know, your trades, whatever it is in life. Everybody has that family member, chat, right, that wants to take credit. I remember, you know, I told him everything he knows. You gotta love Jerome. Or you don't have to love him. You can hate him. Ginger said, no, you don't. So, hey, you can love him. You can hate him. I'm starting to hate him. Not going to lie. DMONEY, all the YouTube are following your calls in the live streams. Love this. Oh, man. Joel, I'm not sure what, hey, guys, we're not a signal service. As you get more upside there. There's 500 break, chat. You gotta love it. All right, nice V-shaped recovery happening. You just had some turbulence on the way up. You had these bottom wicks being formed, and then you got continuation back to the upside. So sometimes trading is not a straight line, guys, right? You're gonna have some, unfortunately, if it was, everybody would be making crazy gains on a day in and day out basis. It's hard sometimes, right? The price action is not clear. Even if your direction's right, you might get knee-jerk reaction. So this is what I was seeing starting to form on the 1 hour chart, guys, right? We had a nice bottom wick forming after the candle put in new lows, and we saw the push back up. But with the 1 hour time frame, chat, that does not mean that the move has to happen right away. Sometimes it takes some time. So it's a little bit more, it's difficult sometimes to kind of be patient and wait for that momentum to kind of pop up on the lower time frame. What you want is, though, you want basically the higher time frame to show you bottom wicks being formed, chat. You go to the 5-minute chart and you're looking for something similar to kind of pop up on the chart, telling you that we're getting ready to move to the upside, right? So that's where the confluence kind of kicked in there, along with the 14 EMA candle closure from where it pushed. Shout out to PJH 244, done with 615 for the day. Thank you, DMONEY. Hey, you did all the work. I didn't hit buy or sell for you. So, but never fear, the BDH and DMONEY is here. We just out here trying to make a little money. You gotta love it. So gotta be patient now, chat. We're getting ready for the 1 hour close. We need to see how this 1 hour candle is gonna close out, in my opinion, because a lot of times you do get a knee-jerk reaction back the opposite direction. So now that we've had a push, we know that we have on the 1 hour chart, we do have 24,593 sitting up here, right, as an area of interest. If we're going to continue to the upside, that's the 14 EMA on the 1 hour chart. So that could be a area of interest on the next 1 hour candle. Now, that does not mean we have to get up there. We could all of a sudden turn super bearish and start putting in lower lows. So, but you know, that remains to be seen in the next 1 hour candle. So we do have some yellow folder or orange folder news coming up here at 10:30. Looks like yellow folder. You got natural gas storage, guys, at 10:30. So is that going to impact the market? Well, it could, because we know that there's a lot of impact right now in regards to oil, etc., right? So we don't know if that's going to have an impact. We got to wait and find out. We were at like 5,900, guys. Right now we're at like 5,700 people tuned into the show. Do me a solid if you haven't already. Hit the like button if you're not subscribed to the channel. You know what to do. Had a pretty good trade call out there, right? The first pop above the ORB gave you about 20 points. I saw a lot of W's in the chat on that. Then we had a pullback to the downside back below the ORB. Once we were able to gain momentum and push back out of it with a bullish hammer setup, like the longs, took the long call out there for I mean, that move itself would have yielded you 63 points. If you held it to the EMA, you got over 40 points on the push. Shout out to Jack. DMONEY, my first Apex payout hit my account this morning. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate the gems you're dropping. Hey, congrats to you on that payout. You just literally did what over 90% of people, unfortunately, would never experience. So congrats. You did all the work. I don't hit buy or sell for you. All right, guys. So that's the 1 minute alert on my phone for we're getting ready for the close of a 1 hour candle and a 4 hour candle as well. So we'll see how these things, these candles close out. So while we're waiting, guys, right, we got this 1 hour candle is going to open up here. The new 4 hour candle is going to open up. We know the previous 1 hour candle closed pretty strong as a bullish candle, guys. So you want some kind of push down, form some kind of bottom wick, and then if you get back above 521, you would be targeting 583 or higher. Could be a possibility here to the upside. So you break above previous candles high on the 1 hour chart, 24,521. You could be targeting for 565, which is yesterday's daily candles low. And if it pops above that, you're looking at 580, which is the 14 EMA. All right, there's a pop there, guys, right? So do they have enough momentum to get us up to like 565? Or are they going to pull back, right? It's early in the candle, so I'm going to be patient and wait because I need to see how typically that first 5-minute candle gives you an indication, chat, of what they're going to do in the market, right? A lot of times, not all the time, but that first 5-minute candle a lot of times needs to be established, and then you get the move. Meaning that, can we hold this 50 EMA on the 5-minute chart, right? If we're able to hold the 50 EMA, that's promising for more continuation to the upside. It's the first 5 minutes, guys. Candle's only been open for about 2 minutes at this point. A lot of time left, right? But that's the levels that I would be eyeing, right, on the 1-hour chart. Now, we just popped the previous candle's high, but we did it right away, and you got a very small wick on the 1-hour chart. So is that enough to take us to the upside for continuation? Could be, right? We're going to find out. So a lot of times those lows, so when you see like the highs put in, guys, right away, could be a signal that, right, when the highs swipe over previous 1-hour candle, like right away, right at the open, a lot of times you get a struggle for more continuation to the upside, right? So got to be patient here. All right, it's trying. To push. All right, so 15-minute chart, we're right at the 14 EMA, chat. So if the bullish momentum is going to continue to the upside, you don't want to see us back below 24,500. Because if we lose the EMA to the downside, we could be headed back to 24,400 level or lower. So just need to be patient, see how this plays out, chat. So the first 5-minute candle, the 1-hour chart is going to close. We got about 42 seconds left. So I'm just kind of measuring this, chat, to kind of see like where we're at. So you break above this like doji candle to the upside, you got about 33 points to yesterday's daily candles low. But we're having a sell-off here, so you're having some rejection. So this is why waiting for the first 1-hour candle, like that first 5 minute, to kind of open up and kind of give you some kind of indication of what's going on, right? So that candle closed. So now if you pop 530, that to me is some strength in the market, guys, because we were able, yeah, and look at the pop. Wow, look at the push right back up, right? So if it pops previous candle's high, you could be headed to 560 area. That will be like a bullish pattern where you got a bullish momentum, guys, 2-candle bearish pattern, and then you get a pop that gets taken out. Two candle bear pattern that gets taken out, right? So you got bullish momentum, bearish, and then you get an overtake. Basically, the bulls step back in and pop us back above 529.75, basically 530. So if you lose the EMAs, that is not bullish price action that you want to see, because see how the EMAs at the moment, guys, they're kind of curling to the upside. They're kind of pointing towards the upside. So for that momentum to stay in the market, you need continuation. So if we can't stay above the 14 and the 50 EMA on the lower time frame, then you're going to be looking to the downside, right? You're going to be targeting the downside. So you got about 3 minutes on this candle. I'm curious to see what happens because we're right at the 50 EMA on the 5-minute chart. Uh, 5,700 watching and only 1,920 likes. Yeah, do me a solid, guys. If you haven't already, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. Got to keep the streak alive, guys. We've had well over, I think we had 2,600 likes yesterday on the stream. Dropped some pretty good trades here so far, right? It's only 10:07. Saw a lot of W's in the chat. And just waiting now for more clarification, right, as far as what the market's going to do. Because we're stuck at the 50 EMA. We need to get back above it for more upside. Which would, because we were able to put in a higher high here, but we have not overtaken that high, guys, so far, right, on the current 5-minute candle. So that's not great that we're having a hard time getting back above that candle's high, previous 5-minute candle's high. So for the bulls, the momentum needs to pick up to the upside. We do have this 1030 number coming out, print coming out for natural gas. We don't know if that's going to impact the market or not. A lot of times it does not, but based on the climate, current climate with the war, it could, right? We don't know, so we got to wait and find out. All right, having a hard time here so far. 5-minute chart. So a lot of times you see this, chat, just start kind of paying attention if you haven't noticed already. When a lot of times when you get these swipes of the previous candle high, like right at the open of like a higher time frame candle, and then you get a pullback, a lot of times that's the end of the bullish move to the upside, guys. So you definitely want to see bulls like starting to kind of step in with aggression, because if we lose these lows and we lose the 14 EMA, we're could be headed back to 24,429. So you want to see who's going to win this battle. So bulls have not stepped back into the market with aggression as of yet, chat. We're right at the 14 EMA. And what does that aggression look like? Well, it should be previous candles highs getting taken out, chat, right? Because that means that we're headed back to the upside. Lower, higher lows, etc., right? Until you see that, in my opinion, the bulls aren't back. We're trying now, right? This is pretty convincing coming off the 14 EMA. You love that push right back up, guys. So above these highs, like 530 area, then you could be targeting like 565 or higher. So bulls that definitely came back, guys. There's the push. Wow. The bulls came back with a vengeance, guys, and took out that 530 area. So now you would be targeting 565 with momentum, guys, to the upside, right? See if we got enough momentum to get up there to 565. Or they're going to pull this thing all the way back. So that 565 is previous candle's high, guys. Or yesterday's daily candle's low, sorry. So that's the area that you're going to target. I hate that we pushed like so quick. Didn't have the best entry there. Right, I wanted an entry right at 530, about 7 points lower, and did not get it. So give this a few points, see if we can get momentum to kind of get up here to 565 area. All right, bit of a pullback. Had like 5 points, 6 points, right, on the push. And I don't like the pullback here, guys, right? So that entry was not the best, right? I wanted about 7 points lower, but I didn't get it, right? So I might have to exit this trade. I'm going to exit it, and then I'll probably have to re-enter if it holds the 14 EMA. So you just got to pop pretty randomly, guys, right? You had about 7 points. And I'm gonna look to re-enter with a better entry if we get back above these highs. That's how I'm gonna have to play that. So just got chopped, basically, right? Didn't have the best entry. You had the bullish reaction right off the 14 EMA for a crazy pop of 75 points out of nowhere, guys. So you gotta love when that happens. So we get back above 520, I will be more than likely looking for more continuation back up if we can get there. Right, this is almost looking like a push up and then a drop. Tanner, $733, 17 PAs, 370 on Lucid Flex, 708 in the cash account. Hey, nice, congrats. So yeah, just basically got put into the trade about 7 or 8 points higher than I wanted, guys, and then you didn't get a lot of follow through, right? And then you got to pull back. So I'm not going to hold through that. This current 5-minute candle looks, we're going to see, and I might have to play this by putting my stop below the 14 EMA. All right, there's the next candle. See if we get a push down. Form some kind of bottom wick, and then expand higher. To the upside. So crazy 5-minute candle and then a bearish reaction, guys. Pretty much right on the retracement. Candle closed green, but that's a little suspect, right? That we had that drastic pullback. No follow through to the upside, so we could be getting ready to roll over. James, hey DMONEY, hey, what's up? How are you? Yeah, it just not a lot of follow through, guys. We've seen this. This was the same story yesterday, right? You had pretty decent trades, ORB trades, etc., and then it starts to kind of die down a little bit from a follow through standpoint. 15-minute candle. Previous candle was a doji. That's not a bearish doji. That's not great if you're a bull. Because that's some indecision, right? After a pretty big move to the upside. So we could be, like I said, getting ready to roll. You will want to see us back above 522 area minimum, guys, for probably more convincing for a challenge of 565. So, and sometimes that's how it is, chat. You're not going to get, right? We just had a random pop of 76 points on one candle, and then by the time the candle closed, it had a retracement back down of 52 points in the same candle, guys. So I mean, that's just nasty price action. So we are holding the 14 EMA. We haven't closed below it as of yet. Kind of consolidating in between. Both EMAs, 14 and a 50. And the longer we kind of hang out here, chat, in my opinion, we're headed downtown Julie Brown, right? Because the bulls will want to see this thing kind of pick up momentum and get back above the 14 and 50 EMA. So the longer we hang out here in the middle, not looking too hot for the bulls. So it's looking a little rolly here to the downside. So we're starting to barcode a little here. If we lose 460, you're targeting 430, guys. Previous 4-hour candle doesn't have a wick. Yeah, I know, I saw it. I mean, you got a wick that's forming on the 4-hour chart, right? So, but they got to make a decision if they're gonna push this thing higher, or are we gonna kind of diddle in the middle. The longer we stay here, guys, like I said, I mean, it's not great for bulls because we've already had a higher high that was put in, and we have not been able to reclaim that high. So if if that's the case, then could be targeting for lower lows coming, guys. Right? We can't put in a higher high, so there's the drop. I mean, that 70-point candle, random 5-minute candle, was telling that we couldn't get follow through on it, guys, right? So you have to be leaning now towards downside. There it is. So, all right, so we lost, there you go, right? So we're attempting to basically get back to the opening range candles high, guys. 24,429, top of the ORB. Took that level from for the short you called out. Hey, congrats. Yeah, it just looks like it's right. I mean, if we couldn't put in higher highs, guys, then it's, I mean, you're headed lower, right? I mean, that's what it is. We had a high, and that I've noticed within Q a lot of times when you get those crazy moves out of nowhere, guys, like, oh, here's a 70-point pop on a random candle, and we can't get follow through on it. The next candle puts in a lower high. You're pretty much could be looking for a reversal, the opposite direction. So we're now, you got to watch, because we're right at a level that it's kind of critical. We lose 24,429, could be headed back towards 24,326, guys. I hope Jerome didn't create panic selling yesterday. Hey, well, I mean, all right, so now ideally, right, you will want to see us not get back above the 14, guys. And we head lower, right, below 429. I'm trying to short here, guys. Not going to give this a lot of room. Seeing if we'll break below 429, right? All right, there you go. Oh, you had it, and you had to push right back up. So you got to love that. So this is the kind of day that we're having, guys. There's no follow through, right? You had a quick about a 10-point flush, and then you had to push right back up. So I will look to re-short if we start to exhaust off of this 14 EMA. Wanted a break of basically 24,429, and then you're targeting like 390 area. All right, so you gotta love that, guys, right? Right back down. All right, there's 429. There you go. Let's go, baby. Come on, guys. I will take that. I will take that, guys. I will take it. There's the break. So that's the break that I wanted. Got chopped on the first trade. Had to re-enter and took the W there. You got to love it, guys. So you're getting these nasty pullbacks. We've seen this over the last, like, basically week, guys, where you're getting these crazy pullbacks, right? You get a pull, like it's the EMA is being respected, but it's going back to the EMA, and then it's giving you the rejection. So if you kind of notice there, pretty decent trade. Took almost 30 points and closed that out, right? We'll take it. And you're getting more continuation here. So now, you know, if you get a there, I mean, there it is, right? There's even lower, guys. So if you took the short call out there, drop a W in the chat. You had to make money on that short, because that's for my initial entry, you had probably about a 30-point drop to the downside. So it's been a nasty morning. As far as like follow through, right? We're not getting a lot of follow through on some of these moves. Had to basically got chopped a few times. That's been the story as of late, guys, right? Been getting chopped. It's like, so this account's up $640. We'll see what else we can get, guys, right? It's been a battle because we've been getting chop suey. Right, had a nice opening range trade, and then, I mean, it's cray with Lil Ray Ray. Got chopped a few times. So now you don't want to see us back above the 14, guys, right? You got a top wick already formed. So do we take out 407 for a short, another short opportunity? You're right. You're hanging out right above the ORB candles low. So you want price to kind of push up, form a top wick, and then you get more selling pressure to the downside. I didn't hear a call out for that trade. Yeah, I called the trade out. That's why you got a lot of people that got W's in the chat. Literally showed the trade on the screen. Said I was going to re-enter if it start rejecting off the 14 EMA. So did I not say that, chat? I have to always clarify, because, you know, people basically are saying that you're lying, right? If you say you called something out. So did I not say I was waiting for a rejection back? So, I mean, guys, come on, man. Maybe you missed it, right? Maybe you missed it, but you can go back and rewind the stream once it finalizes and you'll hear it, man. I'm live. I'm not, right? There's nothing for me to lie about on a live stream because you can just simply go back and rewind it. All right, look at this push back up, guys. Look at this crate. This is crate with little Ray. Right? I think this definitely qualifies as crate with little Ray, guys. Push right back up off the opening range candles. High 75-point pop. You gotta love it. So you're getting these crazy reactions, chat. Like, just it's easy to get chopped here if you're not taking profit. Another crazy pop to the upside, and we know that the opening range candles high and low tends to be a nice strong support level. I get that 100%. But and we had the reaction. Now the question is, will we get follow through towards 570? Right, that's the question, chat, because we've seen this on this candle at 1010. We had a crazy pop of about 70 points. And then guess what? The next three candles were bearish, and it was 90, 98 points, 99 points to the downside. So you got to love it. And that's your 1030 open. Somebody called that. You're right. That's the 1030. Your 1030 market just opened, guys. 1030. You got your 1030 open, and you had a ripper to the upside. Why did you not move your lines to the 15-minute ORB and keep it at the 5-minute? Yeah, so if you look, you know, you can adjust it. If you want to adjust it, that's fine. Normally I'll do that. So we can move it to the 15-minute. The high is 452.75. But you're still having a reaction right back up. I mean, this is cray, guys. $10.30 is the new $9.30. It's been happening, chat. PW called this out the day I think that Monday after daylight savings time, chat. He's been calling it out. It has been, the funny thing is, it's been happening. It's like crazy when you really think about it. So we got about 28 seconds. Let's see now. Do we get follow through on this next candle, guys? That's the question. Will we get a bullish push? It's still trying to, like, this is crazy. This is crazy, chat. Almost 100-point ripper. Right back up. All right, so here's the new candle, chat, that's going to open. Do we get continuation above 522? All right, we popped the high already. That's not a good sign. We popped the high right at the open, right, of the candle. That's not a good sign, guys. You want to see it form a bottom wick first. But you get back above 526, you could be targeting 566. So let's see how this plays out, chat. All right, there's the pop there. There's the pop. Do they got enough momentum to keep it going? Or is it going to pull back? Wow. It's about 5 points on the pop. Quick long there, guys, right? We took it. I took the breakout there. I'm going to close it because I don't like the reaction. So you had a pop above 522, about a 22-point pop to the upside. Right, waited for the candle to put in the bottom wick, and then if it got back above 523, I was kicked into the trade. Took the quick pop there. We'll take it. So now I'm a little cautious because you got that long wick at the top of the candle. which could result in a womp guys, right? Meaning that's coming back down. So you had a break above 522. You had a quick 20-point pop roughly, and now price is slowing down a little bit. So you had a crazy previous 5-minute candle chat that, believe it or not, was right at 100 points, right at 1030. So, but I mean, you got to feel that bulls are back to play. You just had basically one candle almost engulfed 3 previous 5-minute candles, guys. So that's a little interesting, but we will see. Can you explain how to measure the opening range? Yeah, you just you map out the high and the low. You can either do the 5-minute ORB, so the 930 open candle. So like this is the 930 open candle where my cursor is. You just map out the high and the low of that candle. If you want to do the 15-minute ORB, you map out the high and low of the 15-minute ORB as well, right? So from 930 15-minute candle, when it closes out, you map out the high and the low. And if it breaks to the upside above that level, you could be looking for longs for continuation, right? The only issue that we've had for this week and some of last week as well, you're not getting a ton of follow through initially on some of these breaks. So it doesn't work 100% of the time. Nothing does. So a lot of times you'll get a break above it and then it'll pull right back, go down and put in a higher low, and then it'll push up higher. Look at the pullback, chat. Right back down. You gotta love it. Trappy trap today. Trappy trap action. Here is a 70 plus point pullback, guys, to the downside. Right back down. 75 points plus. So that whole move is getting retraced. You gotta love it. So that's what's been happening, guys. There's a 92 point pullback. You gotta love it, guys, right? 100 point pop, 92 point drop on the next candle. Shout out to Carlos, $5 tip. I appreciate the donation there. Hey, D-Money, everything you do for us. Quick question, how do you manage the drawdown? Cheers to you. Yeah, so if you're using an end-of-day drawdown account, like this is a Lucid account, basically you got end-of-day drawdown. You're kind of measuring. You guys will see that, chat. I think you've seen that. This is not over the last week. Maybe somebody said the last like 3 or 4 months. But definitely the last month, guys, we haven't had the best price action. So some of these trades, it's a good possibility that you're going to get chopped, right? Because, I mean, if you look at this right now, we just had a perfect example. You just had a 100-point bullish candle at 1030. You had almost 100-point candle right back down on the next candle, right? So that means there's no follow through for continuation to the upside. So it's a high chance you're going to get chopped on some of these trades. Make no mistake about it, guys. So now the only difference is your risk, right? If you know when to scrap the trade because it's not following your ideal price action. And you guys have seen that, and you're going to continue to see that from me because I'm not going to hold it and give it a ton of time if it's not kind of giving me what I need to see on the chart. So if I'm looking for longs, I want to see expansion to the upside, right? If it keeps kind of pushing back and forming a top wick and I'm in a long, guys, that's not giving you bullish momentum, right? That's not bullish momentum. So just as an example. So I would say know when you're entering the trade, know where your stop needs to be. Even if you don't physically put it on a chart, you need to have a mental stop where the trade is invalid. Always. And then here we go, guys, right? The next candle is 44 points straight up. So, I mean, how do you trade this? I mean, you can call this a W pattern. Is it forming a W pattern? See how you got like you got some down move, you got an up move, you got some down pressure, So for this to be a W pattern, guys, you don't want to, you would love to kind of see these higher lows, number one, in my opinion, be respected more than likely. So we don't get back below 24,448. And this would be like the area where we kind of start to either form some kind of triple bottom, etc. And then we finally get back above 569, if that's going to happen. And guess what, chat? The current 1 hour candle as well is forming this crazy bottom wick, dug into the previous candle's wick, and it's trying to push back up for more upside. Definitely not clean, guys, right? It's not clean today, for sure. Trailing drawdown. Yeah, trailing drawdown, you got to be even more strategic, chat, because it's going to be obviously more difficult. You need to take profit at your highest point, so it's probably a good idea to have take profit levels set on your chart, like right, to kind of kick you out of the trade in profit. Because let's say you made $500 on the trade, you got $2,000 of drawdown on a 50K account, made 500 bucks. You didn't have a take profit set on your trade of 8 prop. Price pulls back on you, right? You were up 500, now you're flat. You close it out flat. You're like, oh, I'm feeling good. You know, at least I got all my drawdown left. Gave back the $500 profit. Well, actually, you didn't make profit, but you also gave back $500 of drawdown, because at your highest point in profit, you were up $500. So it impacts your drawdown from that standpoint. So you need to be cautious and, you know, be aware that you need to take profit when it's in front of you, more than likely, to avoid having, you know, a good rule of thumb as well would be to trail your stop deeper in profit. So say you're up 20 points as an example, maybe you slide it in profit 10 points, you go up 30 points, maybe you slide it in profit 20 points or 25 points, right? And you're slowly sliding it up deeper into profit, so that way you're protecting your trailing drawdown. And here we go, guys. So we just had longs. People were probably feeling good that they were in a long there. You just retraced it about 30 plus points, right? This is chop suey. So as we kind of see how this candle closes out, guys, let's do we haven't done it yet. So we're gonna update you guys on the Warbucks tournament, don't you fear. So let me refresh my screen. All right, so this is the Warbucks standings, chat. So we currently have Lucky 7. Looks like he's the current leader. 14.69%. I'm not gonna lie, guys. That's a really good return. He's well above Mr. Wicks, who's at 9.97. However, he's in second place. I love that that nickname, Mr. Wicks. You gotta love it. So you got Mazo E. Is it Mazo E Trading? 9.52% return. Tweetlex. Tweedle X, 7.28%. You got Bucky Trader, 7.06% return. So that's your top 5 guys at the moment. Those 5 currently at the moment, if the tournament ended right now, they would qualify for a cash prize. Obviously, the top prize is $2,500 for Lucky 7 at the moment, right? But don't you fear, there's days still remaining in the tournament. Still got time in the tournament. So you got 1 day and 1 hour and 13 minutes, guys. You got a timer here. So if you rank basically 6 through 10, you currently qualify for a 25K one-step assessment. You gotta love it. Can you explain what this is, new to viewers? Yeah, this is Warbucks BTC. So if you didn't register, unfortunately, you missed your cutoff because the tournament has already started, but this is the second BDH Warbucks battle where you were able to register for free and be in competition and basically trade crypto. Warbucks is the BTC crypto prop firm, guys, where you're able to trade crypto, right? So similar to a futures market, how you're able to use prop firms to trade. Same thing with Warbucks BTC. And this was a free tournament put on by the BDH, battle number 2. You had Andre that won the first battle. He won $2,500 plus. I think PW matched that, right, Ginger? I think so. I think he won 5,000. So hey, Andre Zero, if you're out there, let me hold something. Why not? I'm just joking. But yeah, so that's the prize pool, guys. Currently at the moment. So we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll see if we update. But Lucky 7 has a nice, comfortable lead. So if you haven't checked it out, feel free to go over to warbucksbtc.com, guys, and check out the action. Why not? They've currently paid out over $500,000, believe it or not, chat, to traders already. You gotta love it. As we kind of hang out again, once again, right above the opening range candles. Hi, guys. 24,452.75. So, oh man, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. Somebody asked if your wife was single. I'm not married. Oh man. You in the crosshairs now, D? Yeah, I know, right? How much you need to make to be in first place? Yeah, it's not about how much you need to make. It's about beating. It's simply you got to beat everybody else, right? Their percent of return. That's all. It's not necessarily a dollar amount. So it's not necessarily a dollar amount. It's just your return needs to be higher than the second place person to be number one. So getting a reaction again, chat, off of the top of that range. They refuse to kind of flush this lower. So could have a crazy pop here. Back to the upside. We've seen that multiple times. It's kind of interesting though, right? We keep getting these reactions, then you get a push right back down. Immediate candle. Following, right, that pump. So if you buy out the bottom of the range that we're kind of stuck in, this is like a nasty area. We're going to map this out, chat. I think we need to map it out at this point. Just for some clarity, and this is your opening range candles high, 24,452. And you're just not really getting decent follow through here, chat. It's kind of like one of those things where if you don't buy at the bottom of the range, like in this case, like the off the ORB, like you're kind of asking for some chop, right? If we finally get back above 537, maybe you get pretty decent push here, probably drastically to the upside. But I can guarantee there's a lot of people getting chopped up, guys. So we had another bounce once again right off of the ORB candle's high. You had a pop of roughly 70 points, and then now you're starting to get that retracement. Somebody said market manipulation, they're staying out. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, chat. You got to kind of call it what it is, right? We see what's happening. It's not ideal price action. This is almost identical to yesterday. We had some solid moves, and then all of a sudden we got stuck in a range. And you know, it gets a little nastier when you get these pops and then you get the retracement the same or larger move the opposite direction, right? That equals chop fest. So nothing wrong with if you bag profits, guys. This is not looking too promising at the moment, right? For ideal price action. So you got to kind of recognize that and be smart. Somebody said we're right at the 50 EMA on the weekly chart. We're bouncing off the 50 EMA on the weekly chart. Yeah, I don't see that. So clearly we're consolidating, guys. Do me a solid if you haven't already. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. Looks like we're sitting at 2,200 likes as we try to navigate through this chop range that we're in. So never fear as we wait. We got your weather forecast, guys. So if you thought we forgot, never fear. The forecast is here. And I'll tell you right off the rip that good news, it's not raining, guys, at the moment. Right? We've had some nasty weather, but currently, the Fort Lauderdale weather forecast, 71 degrees. The high today is going to be 75. The low overnight was 61, chat. Looks like there's no rain today, so you got to take that. We'll take it. It is cloudy, though. So maybe it looks like it'll be cloudy for the majority of the day. Looks like some sun tomorrow. So that's your forecast for Fort Lauderdale for Thursday, guys. You gotta love it. Brought to you by the BDH and DMONEY. Somebody said 24,240 coming. Yeah, it could. I mean, we're building up for something, chat. Just don't know what, right? Until we break outside of this range. Do you guys have a big spring break scene over there? Yeah, believe it or not, chat. So South Beach is not the spring break destination anymore, guys. It's actually Fort Lauderdale. So I guess South Beach cracked down on all the craziness that was going on. And guess what? Everybody migrated to Fort Lauderdale. So Fort Lauderdale has taken the spring break throne, to be honest. Which is unfortunate if you live in Fort Lauderdale, because you probably want to stay away from the beach for a little bit. So it's always funny, chat, how like we get stuck in these ranges, and you know that NQ can be very like volatile and all that stuff, right? And then you get stuck in a range for like extended periods. It's like a head scratcher, but that's how the market moves. Brother, buy it. 100% is going up. Yeah. I mean, hey, buys are paying off the bottom of the range, for sure. So you buy at the top of the range, though. Recently, look out, right? Because you're getting these pullbacks. So far, guys, that little W pattern, it is playing out, right? Because we have not put in like lows back below the ORB 451. So if you lose 451, like 450 area, then you're looking for more downside, right? But as long as we hold that, could be kind of building up to push higher. So I don't knock that the thought process there. 30-minute candle is a straight barcode, guys, right? 30-minute chart is a straight barcode at the moment. So hey, while we got quite a few people tuned into the stream, chat, and we're kind of dealing with this price action, we do have we always try to keep it fresh, always try to keep it on the new here at the BDH. So we are going to be rolling out, chat. We have we got unfortunately, I don't know when PW decided to kind of give Jerome his shine, guys, but there's going to be, apparently, PW shot me a text and said that, hey, we're gonna allow people to call in and speak to Jerome and ask questions, guys, right? Basically, there's gonna be an Ask Jerome segment, guys. I don't understand how this keeps happening, but I'm probably gonna have to talk to PW when he comes back, guys, from Cali, and try to be a little bit more, I guess, clear on my frustration with Jerome. So sounds like you're going to be able to call in and speak to Jerome, guys, and ask some questions, right? It's called Ask Jerome, guys. Yeah, so now the thing is that you'll have basically, it's like a Jerome hotline, unfortunately. So obviously there's going to be some screening going on, chat, because we are aware that typically the D-Money show gets a little strange after 10 o'clock. Do something strange for a little piece of change, apparently. So that's been the motive. So who is he? You're gonna find out. If you don't know who Jerome is, you can check the page. He did a trade recap a few days back. Seems like people were enthused about that, unfortunately. But Jerome is my distant cousin, guys, that I don't claim And I'm not sure if he's my full, if he's actually a cousin of mine or if he's just trying to claim that he is. You know how you got that family member chat that, or supposedly they're a family member that, they're your cousin. So we're going to have that segment. Don't you fear. You're going to be able to call in and leave questions for Jerome, and he'll answer them on the stream. And we'll see where that goes. I think that's going to be entertaining, to say the least. You got to love it. D-Money, what's your preference on either static or drawdown accounts? Yeah, so end of day, in my opinion, you got more flexibility with end of day. Especially with this chop, guys, right? This chop right now, with how the market has been, you're probably, obviously you do what you want. It's your money, guys, when you're buying these evaluations. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not providing financial advice. I'm just kind of keeping it real and telling you that with the chop that's been going on, chat, end of day drawdown is probably the play because, trailing drawdown is going to make it that much harder right now. The City Rooster, D-Money, what it do? Hey, what's up? How are you? This thing is popping here, guys. Like they're building up to go higher, to be honest, right? You like to play off the 14 EMA. Look at this push right back up. And like I said, I feel like if we don't get back below 450, we are attempting to push to the top of this range, guys, sitting at 24,540 level. This is holding up. We will get the pop. Yeah, that's what it's shaping up to look like, in my opinion. D-Money, you're like the teacher in the kindergarten class. Oh man. So you pop these highs, guys, you would be targeting the top of the range up here at 545. Make no mistake about it, chat. Building up to go higher, it looks like. Respecting the EMA, getting tight. And you're looking for more continuation here up to possibly this 550 level. So keep an eye out there above previous highs for the pop. There it is, guys. Hey, if you took that trade, you just netted over 10 points, guys, on that call out for the pop there to the upside. You got to love it. Top of the range. So now we need all right, there it is. There's the break above it, chat. So we're getting our answer here. We saw that we were respecting the 14 and 50 EMA, and there's more continuation, chat. So if you took that long, drop a W in the chat. You got to love it. So sometimes being patient pays. So you had a nice reaction there, chat, right? Nice reaction, kind of called out. You break the highs, you're gone towards the top of the range. You had more continuation. About a 30-point pop there. Crate with Lil Ray Ray. Finally got a move there. So, you know, we saw the W pattern. We said that it looks like we're forming some kind of W. And you wanted these lows to hold, guys. 450 level. Once we kind of saw us curling back over, back above the 14 EMA with a nice momentum candle, that was a nice indication to get long. So the account's up $900 now. We're just grinding, guys. You gotta love it. So we had a break. We just hit that level that we were talking about since market open that we initially wanted on the ORB break to the upside, guys. 24,565. we just broke through that level, and we're right back inside of the range currently at the moment. Call out was clean. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. Just calling it how I see it, chat. So if you haven't already, saw a lot of W's in the chat, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, we rock out Monday through Friday out here trying to make a little money. You already know. Oh man, I just passed my first ever eval. Do I need to get any notification? Yeah, well, who are you trading with? That's the question. Because make no mistake about it, if you're trading with Lucid, as an example, you're gonna basically within, typically it's 2 to 3 minutes, you go into the dashboard, you hit refresh, and you're gonna have the ability to upgrade that account to a funded account. Happens pretty quick. If it's other props out there, you might have to wait to end the day. You'll probably get an email saying that you passed and you have to move to the funded phase. All right, so same thought process here, chat. You're looking for more continuation. It's a little choppy, but you would ideally want continuation back outside of this range, right? You get back above 550, you're targeting new highs, right? You don't want to, you want to see a break back above the top of the range. You don't want to be trying to long this to the top of the range, if that makes any sense, because we could be getting ready to push back to the bottom of the range, right? Because unfortunately we're back inside of it. So you want to see a break above it, break above 550 area. You're targeting previous highs up here. And what do you know, chat? You never know. We said it yesterday. You never know what you're going to get. And PW just dropped 50 gift memberships in the chat. You get a membership. You get a membership. You get a membership. Can't say it 50 times, though, guys. Got to preserve my voice here for the rest of the show. But Congrats to the winners of the free membership. You got to love it. You never know what you're going to get rocking out with the BDH chat. So, you always get some new. I like to call it new. Right? So, hey. If you picked up a membership there, congrats. If you didn't get a membership, well, keep tuning in. We appreciate the support. There's always next time. I love you. Mikey trades. Better luck next time. All right. Keep an eye out for this break chat. Above 550 area, we kind of call that level out. That's the area of interest. We get back above 550. It could be headed up for new highs. So just keep an eye out. See if we get a momentum push above the top of the range here that we've been stuck in. We had a breakout, previous 5-minute candle, 24,577, and then you had a pullback. So there's another one. I wish I had the DJ Khaled. I wish I had the DJ Khaled sample, guys. And another one. So here's another 50. Here's another 50 gift memberships. Don't you fear. More memberships are here. You gotta love it. So, PW's blessing the chat. 2 days back to back with these gift memberships, guys. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I think it's random. That's why people are saying, yeah. All right, so there is your pop to the upside, chat, above 550. Does the market, do they have enough momentum, the bulls, to take us up to 570 or higher? Oh, look at that pop, guys. Do they have enough momentum to push us higher to the upside? Cray Cray with Lil Ray Ray on the pop there. PW just posted as well in the chat. Last chance to buy the PW course before it goes away forever, chat. Cray Cray with Lil Ray Ray. So $19 and the course is going to be gone. So I would advise you to take advantage. That's a crazy price, $19. Who's Ray Ray? Ray Ray is crazy. That's who Ray Ray is. And we might have to call the authorities on Ray Ray. Ray Ray is somebody that's crazy. You gotta love it. You gotta love it, chat. So we're rocking out here. We got PW blessing the chat 2 days in a row, guys. You got the course at $19. Dropping sauce. You got some people out there, we're not gonna name them, that's charging crazy amounts of money for a course, and PW is giving you a course for $19, guys. And In my opinion, you can't beat that. So here is where we're currently standing. You had a break above 550. You wanted more long continuation. You had about 11-point pop so far. You're keeping an eye out above 566, guys, or that previous high sitting up here about 30 points away to the upside. There you go. There's the 560 pop. Do y'all do comparative pricing? What? This isn't a supermarket, guys. This isn't Best Buy or Amazon. Come on, man. I'm well aware of comparative pricing, etc. Guys, I worked as a retail store manager for 15 years, and this isn't we're not doing comp shop for comparative prices. You gotta love it. This is that time, guys, where we start getting the weird questions popping into the chat. Don't you worry. We knew it was coming. Rollback prices. Oh, man. Well, if you guys missed it, we have Corn Dog John that has tuned into the stream this morning, guys, and alerted us that there's no longer a Corn Dog Tim. So we don't know. We haven't heard anything else from Corn Dog John. So Corn Dog John, are you still out there? We're doing a wellness check on you now. So we see some RIP Corn Dog Tim, but we're checking on Corn Dog John. Oh, man. There he is, Corn Dog John. He said he's here. I'm here. EMA cross. Yeah. I mean, it's you had a pop here to the upside. We were not able so far to put in a higher high, guys. We're back inside of that range. Somebody's saying to shut up. Who is that? Let's get his user ID. We don't know who he's referring to, but he's being a little rude. Trader University won. Oh, man. Corn Dog Tim, I found you looking through Tim's computer after he passed. Who was looking through his computer? DMONEY, can you only make 1,500 for a day on 50K Lucid Flex eval, then 1,500 next day to pass? Yeah, it's a 50% consistency rule. So, yeah, the math breaks down to 1,500 is your max. Correct. You are correct on that. All right, you had a pretty drastic pullback, chat. 82-point reversal, right back down. Cray with little Ray. I think that qualifies, chat. So the last time we were down here, guess what? You had a long opportunity to the upside, believe it or not. Does that mean that has to happen again? But the last time we were in this area, guys, we had a long opportunity. So if we lose these lows, you're targeting 451 or lower. To the downside. Right back down. Somebody said we swept the high. Yeah, we did. We swept that high, and you know how I feel about that, chat. A lot of times when you sweep previous highs, you are going to get a reaction back the opposite direction, going down to challenge previous lows. So is that going to play out? We're going to find out. So we definitely, if you're a bull, you don't want us back below 450, chat. That is the opening range candles high that was broken to the upside. Because we were able to put in a higher high. We're ranging. And if we lose that opening range candles low, or sorry, opening range candles high at 452, you're targeting down here at 24,458, chat. Called out multiple trades, saw a lot of W's in the chat. Had some chop as well, right? So it's been a mixed bag today with this price action, but we'll take the green. So you lose 24,452. You could be looking at more downside, guys. 15-minute candle is super heavy from a bearish standpoint, right? It was able to basically break through, had a rejection off the 50 EMA as well as the 14 EMA, and we're attempting to flush lower to the downside. 30-minute candle looks extremely weak. You got a crazy long wick at the top, right off the 14 EMA as well, rejecting that daily candle levels low at 24,565. No, it's $19. It's one time, guys. How does PW's course work? Yeah, it's a one time. It's not a monthly fee. So you pay the $19. You got it. You own it. Thank you, DMONEY. You truly appreciate it, man. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. So there is a flush McGush happening, chat, right? We're trying to push lower to the downside. You lose 452 area. Look out. All right, so we are attempting to, we're right at 450, guys. Do the bears have enough momentum to take this thing lower, go down and re-challenge 406? Dunk, is it Dunk 80? Can you do me a favor? 5-minute chart, draw a range box on the 2 a.m. candle and pull it over. It comes back to this area almost daily. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that, but that's good observation. I mean, that's how you trade, right? So that's great. But that's cool, man. That's how you trade, guys, right? So you guys gotta remember, I'm mapping out what I see on the charts. PW is gonna be the same thing, right? We're not mapping out you know, anything other than that, because we're the ones that's placing the trades on our charts, right? Because we're the one that's putting our capital on the line. So, not trying to be rude, man. I'm just being honest. I got the course. Will there be more free memberships dropping? Well, you never know. You never know, guys. We've had it 2 days in a row. PW blessed the chat. So that's 200 free memberships. If you keep rocking out with us, you never know what you're going to get at BDH. I did share that we are going to have a segment with Jerome where you're going to be able to call in and chat, but we kind of feel that there's going to be some interesting questions for Jerome. So, but I think it should be a good time as well. So you got to love it. How come I've never seen DMONEY and Jerome in the same room? That's a simple answer for you. I can't stand the guy. So I have no desire of being in the same room as Jerome. Just being honest with you. So if we're in the same room, chat, it's probably going to result in a fight. And I'll probably end up knocking out Jerome, guys. So I think that would, hey, I have to hit him with a quick jab. So, PW just switched. Now, this is very interesting. You got to love it, chat. Well, guess what? So, PW just changed the comment section to members only. So, if you're not a member, well, guess what, chat? You can't comment. So, those free memberships, if you were gifted one of the 100 memberships that were given away today, or the 100 that were given away yesterday, you're able to comment and interact with the stream. But if you have not, then guess what? We love you. So we're kind of waiting for a reaction here, chat. Somebody was saying, am I done trading? I'm not done trading if I see a setup that makes sense, right? We just had a pullback. You had a high put in up here at 24,577, 550. You had a pullback here right to the opening range candles high, guys. This has been a reactionary level multiple times. We've had a bounce right off of this level. So will that continue to the upside here? You get above 474, you could be looking for more upside continuation. So just waiting to see how price plays out, chat. We're in a big old range. I've called out multiple trades that I've taken inside of this range, but that's what we're dealing with right now. So everyone should become a member. Absolutely. Why not? If you rock out with us daily, chat, there should be no reason why you're not a member. I'm just saying. So you're watching above 474, chat, for continuation possibly to the upside towards 500 level. This is what I'm seeing on the chart. If this level holds, it's a support area, right? So now that doesn't mean it can't get broken. So you need to just watch and see how we react. There's a flush below it. So we're losing the opening range candles high, guys, which is not great for the bulls at the moment. Peter, you put freedom. Oh, man. W from 450. Yeah, you lost. Yeah, you took the short. So, yeah, that was the... about a 25-point drop, guys, from 450, right? We lost the top of the range. Not great for the bulls. Back inside of the ORB, 15-minute candles ORB. And you're watching this level where my cursor is, chat. You're watching 400 level. Because we had a bounce from this level the previous time we were here. So are the bears going to get aggressive here and flush us basically below this 408 level? If that happens, could be targeting 24,000, the next support level at 24,357. So well, I made my daily profit targets in this chop show of NQ. I'll watch to see if we break out after lunch. Hey, nothing wrong with that, Steve Trades. Yeah, I mean, I've called out multiple trades that I've taken. I've even, right, I feel like my analysis has been pretty good. It's just a matter of when you're in chop suey and you're green on the day, there's nothing wrong with being a little bit more conservative if you see fit, right? So even that last trade, right, you had a break of 452. You had about a 25+ point drop to the downside. We lost the 450 area, 25, or actually 28 points, right? That was a 28-point drop. So Lucky Charm Daily, thanks DMONEY, you are good. Hey, I appreciate your kind words. I definitely try, chat. So I definitely try. I know Jerome feels like he's a better trader than me, apparently. But I think that's a little fabricated, to be honest. Oh, man. So 15-minute chart, you can kind of see this support area, chat. Do the bears have enough to flush us through? We've had multiple attempts to push higher. We were able to put in a high at 24,577. And we had a rejection, strong rejection, right back down. So bears at the moment are back in control. Where did I grow up? I grew up in Fort Myers, Cape Coral area. Born and raised in Florida, chat. So I am a Florida boy, for sure. Can you explain how you define the range with the yellow square? Yeah, it's simply you're drawing it from, well, right now we're stuck in a range, so you basically just map out the high and the low of the range, and that's going to give you it, right? So that's all for illustration purposes. I mean, if you want to push it up to the top because we had that breakout, that's fine. But this kind of just gives you a better illustration of what the market is currently doing. So you got context when you're taking some of these trades and realizing that we're not necessarily grinding in one direction, guys, right? We're having, when we're saying range bound market, we're saying prices basically getting towards the top of that range and pushing down, and then from the bottom of the range is pushing right back up, right? Typically that's what a range is. So you're not getting a trending market where you're getting higher highs and higher lows, or lower highs and lower lows. You're getting this basically back and forth price action. DMONEY, are you a croissant connoisseur? I mean, there's nothing wrong with a good flaky croissant, I'm not gonna lie. Since you brought that up. I'm not gonna lie, chat. a little buttery, with a little butter on it. Nothing wrong with it, or some cream cheese. Definitely don't mind a nice croissant, chat. Even with some eggs and some ham on it. I mean, hey, if you guys want to get the full menu there. So here's the attempted break of that range, chat, to the downside. So bulls are definitely in trouble, chat, because the bears are making a pretty strong attempt to flush us lower to the downside below the bottom of that range. At the moment. So need to see how this plays out. It's 11:37. You have a lot of room if this is going to continue to the downside, chat. You have to, the bottom of the ORB is 24,326. So that's the level that I am, that's already mapped out. You could see it on the chart. Could be a level of interest if the continuation to the downside continues. D-Money, are you ever going to start rapping again or making beats? Nah, I don't think so, man. I think those days are over. I got to leave it to the new school rappers. Right? I got to leave it to the new school rappers. Maybe Jerome will make a rap song or something, but... Ginger said, please, for Jerome making a rap song. Guys. All right, I see. So yeah, so that could be on the horizon. A Jerome album, rap album. You gotta love it. Mumble rap, yeah. Wow. So we're kind of watching here, chat. Do we have enough energy to get below the bottom of this range, or are we gonna pop right back up? A lot of times with NQ, you get a sweep of the previous, you know, the lows, and then you'll get a reaction, bullish reaction. Back the opposite direction. So you had selling pressure step in. Now you have a bullish candle that printed. And that's a little interesting, chat, because you're able to pop the previous candle's high. You could be targeting like that 450 area for a quick pop. If we can't get back above the previous candle's high, more downside to come. So this range, we've been stuck in this since 10 o'clock, guys. So about 2 hours, basically, right? We've kind of been stuck. Higher low, lower high so far. I don't have confidence on that doji. Yeah, so that's the thing, right? It makes you think because you've had some selling pressure already kind of step into the market. Doesn't mean we can't continue lower though, but you've had about 166 point drop to the downside, and then you had a green doji candle. So and look at the reaction. So that bullish doji chat is could be ready to give bears a hard time, right? That previous candle after that selling pressure. We have not put in a lower low yet. Look at the pop right back up. Oil popping, but NQ not falling. There's still time though, right? We gotta understand, guys. Plenty of time left for trickery in the market. And if you lose 399, look out to the downside, chat, for some cray-cray action. So that's not great if you're a bear, or sorry, if you're a bull, guys. That previous bearish candle that closed after that doji. So in my opinion, downtown Julie Brown has a higher probability at the moment. And there it is, right? So there's a break. And somebody said oil is dropping cray with Lil Ray Ray. So if that's the case, then NQ could be getting ready to flush to the floor, guys. So we'll pull this up and see what we got on oil. In a second, switch back to that. Let me go back to NQ. I mean, there's a battle going on there for oil, right? I think that if it's actually kind kind of ripping to the upside, guys, then NQ just kind of a little bit delayed. So you would be looking for basically previous highs not to be taken. You're shorting the rips right to the upside. But we'll have to see how this plays out. Still right back inside of that range. So if we're gonna flush lower on NQ, you want to see like higher these basically previous candles highs be respected, guys. And you get more continuation to the downside, to be honest. So we don't get back above. So if you short it from 433, you're targeting new lows below 395, chat. Right? Stop would have been 441. Where would I be comfortable for short? Yeah, that's what I'm calling out right now. Right? That's what I'm calling out right now. So if you're short here, your stop is, my stop would have to be 441, right? Because if it pops the previous or 442, if it pops the previous candle's high on a 5-minute chart, I don't want to be short anymore, right? And that's just trying to play into the thought process that, hey, if oil's pumping to the upside, NQ is going to have a drop to the downside. So the more conservative approach would be previous low gets taken 407 and you're shorting for new lows, right? But that's if you short it now, your stop, right? And this candle looks pretty strong, to be honest, on the 5-minute chart, guys. At the moment, you had the dip already, right? You had the dip, and a new low was put in below this range, and now we're right back inside of the range. So you got an equal high at the moment. Is that enough to get the shorts flowing? So, right, we get back above the, so equal high, basically 441.25, chat. That's what's printed right now. You got an equal high. So this is could be the start of, right? We're either going to pop it. If we pop the equal high, chat, then we're going to get probably a lot more upside potential on a reversal back up. If we cannot get back above that, you know, if we can't get back above the equal high, you're looking for downside short. And so that's what I'm seeing right now. You don't want to see us back above that equal high, right? If you're a bear. And then you're targeting 398 or lower. But your stop would have to be like 442. Because if it pops that, signaling could be a huger pop coming to the upside. All right, so we popped that equal high. We got a pullback. So far, is that enough to take us lower? We're going to find out, guys. Got to be patient now and see how this candle kind of plays out on the 5-minute chart. D-Money is a higher low, equal higher low, just another interpretation of a double top or a double bottom. Not necessarily, because in this case, I mean, yeah, I mean, you can call it that. You can call it a double top or a double bottom. Right, but you're only looking at 2 candles in this example versus having a double bottom would be like, for me, it's like you got basically, right, if it forms on a chart, it's going to give it to you, right? You got like a bearish candle, bullish candle, bearish candle, bullish candle, etc. for a reversal. But in this case, you would be looking, you know, if you're looking to get short, you want to see that equal high get respected, right? You had a swipe already of it on the previous candle, but we're not pushing up, right? Which is a little strange that we don't have enough momentum to kind of carry us through that level at the moment, right? Doesn't mean it can't happen. So pretty, we know that the time, guys, is almost 12 o'clock, so that 1 hour candle is getting ready to close. We don't have any, right? We had 1030 natural gas storage. So believe it or not, guys, that was that 1030 news that we kind of talked about at the beginning of the stream. That was that pop to the upside, chat. That correlated with that news release, believe it or not, even though it wasn't red folder. Trump talking to Japan. Come on, man. You check that out. Yep. Trump participates in bilateral meeting with Japan's prime minister. So you got Trump speaking, guys. Like I said, if you can't get back above that equal high, you're looking for more downside, chat. You need the equal high to get taken out if you're a bull. If not, we're headed downtown Julie Brown, guys. Targeting 393 or lower. All right, if they're able to keep it down. If you pop those highs, I mean, you got a lot of room back to the upside, guys. We know that. Towards that top of the range. And there's a pop. Wow. All right, guys. So there's the pop above 445. About a 29-point pop to the upside. So that was that equal high pop, right? So like I said, if you pop that equal high, you're looking for momentum. More market manipulation before the flush. Yeah, hey, that's a you gotta love it, guys. But yeah, so that's a signal basically, right? When equal highs are not, if you're looking to go short, guys, in equal highs, like if there's not a lot of momentum above it, you know, you're gonna get a flush to the downside, right? And you never got that. You got to push above it, right? This candle closed above the equal highs up here, and then you had a huge pump. Somebody said they called it. Okay. Well, congrats. I'm green either way. That counts up $1,300 or $1,400, guys. I just been taking what I could get. I'm not worried. I'm not concerned. Oh man, you gotta love it. So we broke the equal highs, chat. So you have to be kind of fiending for more upside here towards the top of the range, right? Top of the range is sitting at 570. So there's over 100 points more to the upside if they're going to continue pushing this. So I'm trying to see if we can catch Trump here.
Go up more than it did. But we're doing this excursion, and when it's completed, we're going to have a much safer world. And the Prime Minister agrees with me on this. He considers it to be terrible what Iran did. I think every country does, just about every country does. Iran is a serious threat to the world, to the Middle East and to the world. And everybody agrees with me.
Uppers, guys,
I think
uppers.
virtually every country agrees with me on that. So I wanted to put out that fire. And I said, if I do that, oil prices will go up, the economy will go down a little bit. I thought it would be worse, much worse, actually. I thought there was a chance it could be much worse. It's not bad, and it's going to be over with pretty soon. We've obliterated their Navy. We've obliterated their just about everything there is to obliterate, including leadership. Their Navy's gone, their Air Force is gone, their anti-aircraft equipment is gone. We're flying wherever we want, Pete. We have nobody even shooting at us. They have, and as you know, their leadership is gone. Their leaders are gone. They pick new leaders, they're gone. They pick new leaders, they're gone. And now they're looking for new leaders again. We can take out the island anytime we want. I call it the little oil island that sits there, so totally unprotected. And we've taken out everything but the pipes. We left the pipes because to rebuild the pipes would take years for them to do. But I would say we are substantially ahead of schedule. And I had to do this. I call it an excursion. I had to take this little excursion and do something that no other president had the courage to do. And everybody wanted to do it, but they never had the courage to do it. And I don't blame them. I'm not blaming them. It was left to me, and we've done a great job. Our military is incredible. We have an incredible military. We have the strongest military in the world by far. We have the greatest equipment in the world by far. In fact, Japan buys our equipment, buys a lot of it, and we're honored by that. And that's one of the things we'll be talking. They want to buy a lot of the military equipment. So it's just an honor to have the Prime Minister. We've had a tremendous relationship. Okay.
Mr. President.
I think she's going to have to go first before you. Is that okay? Do you understand? It's very good. I tell you. It's so nice that we don't have to sit. No, it's very good. I haven't picked up your language, so the next time you come, I'll have your language mastered. All right, go ahead.
Why is the Pentagon going to ask Congress for an additional
There's nothing left to liberate.
Well,
Yeah, that's what he literally
reasons
just said. That.
Even
That's great,
what
little
we're
Ray,
talking
guys.
about in Iran. This is a very volatile world, and the military equipment, the power of some of this weaponry is unthinkable. You don't even want to know about it. Oh, you could end this thing in 2 seconds if you wanted to, but we are being very judicious. But we want to.
Remember, I said uppers, guys. Markets flying.
I rebuilt the military in my first term.
You gotta love it.
Biden gave away so stupidly to Afghanistan a lot. He didn't want to move it. He was too lazy, too stupid to move it. But it was a very small amount. It was a lot, but it was very small relative to what I purchased and what I built. We want to have vast amounts of ammunition, which we have right now. We have a lot of ammunition, but it was taken down by giving so much to Ukraine. They gave so much You know, Biden gave $350 billion worth of cash and military equipment to Ukraine, and he didn't rebuild anything. Fortunately, we have a lot. We have a tremendous, unlimited supply of what you'd call middle and upper middle armaments and military equipment, munitions, armaments, but munitions in particular. At the high end, we have a lot, but we're preserving it. We don't really need it. But we're building, our manufacturers of military equipment are building at a level they've never seen before, they've never done before. Pete's in charge of it with all of us, really. But Pete's been very strong on it. The general and Pete, myself, the whole group. And Raytheon is building 4 factories. Lockheed is building 5 or 6 factories, and they're building them fast.
Did he say Laquifa?
We had a very tough
Laquifa's building more factories,
They were going
guys?
out and buying back stock for $51 billion in one case. They spent $51 billion buying back stock. Now they're not allowed to do that. And
NQ's
they are
gone,
now,
guys.
Building
You gotta love it.
tremendous. There's never been anything like it. What's taking place right now?
Kinda
So we're in
called the
very good
upside
shape,
there,
but we want
so
to be in
there you go.
the best shape we've ever been in. We were that, you know, when I rebuilt the military, we were in great shape, and then Biden blew it, and he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. And if you listen to the Democrats,
Maybe a good
they
time
don't
to
even
fill up
want to
my
have
car,
a military.
yeah.
And now you see how important it is. But we have the strongest military in the world. We have the best equipment. We make by far the best equipment. The other night, they had 114 rockets shot at a certain location. And out of 100 highly sophisticated rockets, out of 114 sophisticated rockets, every single one of them was shot down with our equipment. All our equipment. It's amazing, actually, how good it is. So we want to be sure, and it's a small price to pay to make sure that we stay tippy-top.
Mr. President, you said the Treasury Secretary this morning said there were defections among Iranian leadership. Are you aware of that, and is there anybody the U.S. can work with as a leader going forward?
Well, we have a man named the Treasury Secretary here, so maybe he wants to discuss it. Does anybody know? Do you know who he is? Central Casting.
Yeah, so we are seeing the defections at all levels as they're starting to sense what's going on with the regime. It doesn't get reported here in the U.S. very well, but you know, we are trouncing them from the air, and the regime will probably collapse within itself. At Treasury, we've seen where they've wired their money out of the country. We're coming for that. We're going to get it back to the Iranian people.
Mr. President, seeing defections?
On Israel,
There's a lot of military defections also. You have a lot of military defections in Iran. I don't blame them.
Thank you, Mr. President. Have you talked to Prime Minister Netanyahu about attacking the oil and gas fields?
Yeah, I did. I told him don't do that, and he won't do that. We didn't discuss. You know, we do. We're independent. We get along great. It's coordinated, but on occasion he'll do something, and if I don't like it, and so we're not doing that anymore.
And the last one, if I could, the Fed chairman told me yesterday that he plans to stay until a new Fed chairman is confirmed, and he also plans to stay on the board until the investigation of the Federal Reserve is done.
Well, he's under investigation because he's building a building for hundreds of billions of dollars more than it's supposed to cost. The building you see over there is under budget and ahead of schedule. That's the ballroom. The ballroom is a much bigger building. It's a much more complex building than what he's doing, and it's at a fraction of the cost. Something is going on, whether it's contractors. That's what I do best in the world. I build great buildings. I've always done it, and I build them under budget and ahead of schedule. They could have $4 billion. This is a renovation job for $4 billion. And if you look at the building, it's not even, I don't know if Kevin Warsh is ever going to be able to move into it. It's been under construction for years. It's the most expensive building ever built. Now, I know it's gross incompetent because I happen to think he's grossly incompetent. Today, certainly you should be lowering interest rates, all right? Certainly, who would not lower them? But he's stubborn, and he's got Trump derangement syndrome. But a lot of people have that, you know.
Trump derangement syndrome.
But he's also building. He should be lowering rates immediately. But he won't do that because he's a stubborn, incompetent person. And that's a bad thing. You know, when you're stubborn and incompetent, I think it's the worst combination. And he's also not a smart person. But He's building a complex over there that's under his jurisdiction. He started it, and it's out of control. It's billions of dollars for a little building. I could have done that building and made it beautiful for $25 million. $25 million, and it would have been beautiful. Look what I've done at the White House, fixing it up. And I mean, the place was in bad shape. You see the floors and everything. It was in bad shape. I could have made that building beautiful for $25 million. They're spending $4 billion. All right, so there is criminality. Maybe it's with the contractor, but because I know more about contractors than any human being maybe that's ever lived. But that contractor is a very rich man. Whoever the contractor is, and we know, but whoever the contractor is an extremely rich man. He's going to make, I mean, he could make millions of dollars. I'm hearing numbers from $3 to $4 billion. That would make it the most expensive building on a square foot basis ever built in history. And you're not even building a building, it's a renovation. The exterior skin is staying, the steel is staying, the structure. So all I want to do is bring out to the public that this guy is an incompetent. He's a very incompetent guy. And he may be a dishonest guy, but somebody's dishonest because there's no way that building can be $3 to $4 billion.
Mr. President, on a straight and forward President.
Thank you.
Please.
Mr. President, you just mentioned Japan.
This looks like one of your people right here.
Thank you.
Is he good or bad? Good. Is he a good reporter or bad? Yes, you know?
So.
Not a, all right, looks like a nice guy. Go ahead.
Mr. President, you just mentioned
man.
Japan is stepping up. What kind of support do you expect from Japan in the future?
Look, I expect Japan to step up because, you know, we have that kind of relationship. And we step up for Japan. We have 45,000 soldiers in Japan. We spend a lot of money on Japan. And we've had that kind of a relationship. So I expect, I'm not surprised that they would step up. We don't need much. We don't need anything. I mean, honestly, we don't need anything from Japan or from anyone else. But I think it's appropriate that people step up. In the case of Japan, I hear they get more than 90% of their oil through the strait. So that's a big reason to step up. I mean, we've demolished, that country is close to demolished. The only thing is the strait. It's very hard. You could take two people and they could drop little bombs in the
Japan
water.
PM so cute, polite listening. Yeah, she listening. She don't want to be
we don't
roasted.
want that to happen. But honestly, Japan, China, Europe, parts of Europe, get a lot of their oil through the strait. We get none, practically. We're less than 1%. We don't have to be any percent. We don't even, I think we do it just to be nice. But we, think of it, we don't use the strait. We're defending the strait for everybody else. And then in the case of NATO, they don't want to help us defend the strait, and they're the ones that need it. But now they're getting much nicer because they're seeing my attitude. They're getting much nicer. But it's, as far as I'm concerned, it's too late. You know, UK wants to send aircraft carriers now. And I said, I want the aircraft carriers before the war. I don't want them after the war is won. They want to send me aircraft carriers after the war. There's practically nobody to shoot at them. You know, their missile count is down, Pete. Maybe you could discuss it by about 90-something%. The drones are way down, and the factories are being demolished. Maybe.
Yes, sir. Our missiles being shot are down over 90% since the beginning. One-way attack drones down 90% since the beginning, which is a reflection of overwhelming firepower. But you mentioned the most important part, Mr. President. Their defense industrial base. If you can't make more of it in the future, then you have
Imagine
a
D
limited
with that
supply.
beautiful
So
hair.
going after all of their defense contractors that make all of their strategic weapons and ensuring that even if they wanted to rebuild more launchers or more missiles, they couldn't in the future. And that's a level of devastation for their military that they've never seen before.
So we have, in literally 2 weeks, we've demolished their Navy, their Air Force. All technology is gone. All communication is gone. and all of the leaders are gone. Other than that, they're doing quite well. Okay, how about one more question for the prime minister? Let me pick a beautiful person from Japan. A question for the prime minister. Go ahead. Yeah. Oh, he doesn't believe he's beautiful.
Trump got the joke.
Of course, no. Japan and US are very.
All right, guys. So we'll wrap that up there because that's for the prime minister, right? So not for Trump. So you gotta love it, chat. You gotta love it. We had a pretty crazy pop there to the upside. I did talk about longs were in play, chat. Saw the momentum kind of building on the 5-minute chart, right? You had a crazy momentum candle back above the top of the ORB high at 24,452. So that's why I was saying that longs were in play, chat. So if you took any of those longs, drop a W, guys, in the chat. Curious to know who banked on that push to the upside. You gotta love it. Somebody said they took a L. Well, hey, no, don't know what you did, but that's clearly on you because there was a lot of W's somebody printed, so you gotta love it. So pretty crazy pump there. If you took a L, maybe you were trying to short into the anticipating that it was gonna drop. That's why, chat. When you're looking at oil, you got to be careful, guys, because a lot of times you're gonna subconsciously put a lot of weight on what oil is doing at the moment, and that doesn't necessarily mean that NQ has to react in that manner right away, right? So as an example, if oil is pushing guys to the upside, that does not mean that NQ first of all has to drop. Right? So now you had Trump speaking, and some of the things that he was saying, clearly the market probably liked what he was saying, guys, and you had that pump here, right? Because at 11:55 you had a crazy pump of about 107 points right back up. So if you didn't catch any of that, maybe you were trying to short, anticipating a breakout to the downside, but I mean, that's trading. Money derangement syndrome. See Christopher. Oh man. How to buy a course for $19? It shows $199. Yeah, I believe you put in the code PW, right, chat? Put in the code PW. D-Money, what's going on? Why is oil and Nasdaq always going contagious now? It's because of the war, right? So a lot of times if oil's pumping, you might get a reaction, obviously, on NQ. So yeah, for the course, try the code PW. Typically, you don't need a code. It should automatically pop up. But if you're seeing $199, guys, try out PW. So let's see, because obviously if you're seeing $199, that's what you're looking at, right? So it's there. So, but if you go to the checkout page, all right. So wrong trade, Jim. Yeah, he's saying it shows $19.99 without a code. So maybe you got to refresh. Hit refresh on your, if you're showing $199, maybe you got to refresh it. But if not, then you might have to put in PW, but it should be automatic. So you got to love it, guys. Yeah, it's automatic, chat. It's automatic. Just verified it myself. So if you head over to onlypropfirms.com, you know the vibes. Click on learn, go down to 2-hour trading course. You're gonna have it here, right? You hit get the course and it's automatically $19.99, guys. So by default, so no coupon is needed there. Just passed my eval. Hey, congrats. A range in the AM means move in the PM. Not necessarily. We've had quite a bit of ranging over the last 3 or 4 weeks where you haven't gotten a solid move in the PM after a range, because a lot of times we've been getting these moves pre-market, and then you'll get a pump or a drop at 9:30, and then price will basically get stuck in a range, and sometimes that range is 4 hours or more. We've seen that. So yeah, you're hopeful that you'll get a move in the afternoon if it ranges, but keep in mind, chat, that's not guaranteed. So D-Money, what's for lunch? Chicken tenders? Yeah, I'm not sure. Got my daughter today, guys, so I know I'll have something solid, you know, when I pick her up, right? For both of us, I'll get something good, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Chad. I've been on a smoothie kick, so you never know. You got a daughter? Yeah, I got a daughter. She's 2. I got a 2-year-old daughter, chat. Only got 1 kid. She's 2. She's half Dominican. What's your favorite food? Probably Italian. I love Italian food, chat. Love a good chicken parm. So, love pasta in general, but good chicken parm, guys. Louis Bassi. Shout out to Louis Bassi, Las Olas. I believe they got one in Boca as well. Got a pretty solid chicken parm. I also like Prime Italian, guys. South Beach. Prime Italian's pretty good. Obviously, Prime 112, so you gotta love that. Where's your wife? I don't know. You tell me. I gotta meet her. We got some prospects in the chat that Ginger's gonna screen, and she'll get back to me. But hey, you gotta meet her, man. It's marriage is a serious thing, chat. You gotta find the right person. In all seriousness. What's your IG? Yeah, it's we'll drop it here in the link. Do you cook? Oh yeah, I know how to cook. Make no mistake about it. I'm not a stranger to the kitchen, chat, but I preserve that for the. You gotta be for D-Money to cook for you. You gotta be something special, chat. We can't just be cooking for anybody around here. I'm just saying. As price just kind of hangs out in a range now, guys, right? Nothing to write home about. You gotta love that. What are we looking for now? Well, that's what I'm explaining. There's nothing for me to do now. We're still stuck in a range. So I just called out longs. We're looking pretty good. You had a huge pump to the upside. If you didn't catch any of that, right? I mean, you got to be patient here, right? I mean, you can trade off the opening range if you want, but we're stuck inside of a range, guys. Right? I saw the reversal. We had I called out a couple longs, right? I saw obviously Trump speaking, and you had that pump. You had an equal high break to the upside. I literally said if you were bearish, you want that equal high to be held. And that equal high was at 24,441.25. We got broken to the upside, guys. That tells you in more momentum to the upside. So that was the long setup, right? So now you are having some resistance at the 14 and 50 EMA, and you could be getting ready to come back to the bottom of the range, right? Remains to be seen. But you're tapping right off the ORB high once again, right? We're right back to that level, 24,452. And there's a rejection, right? So there's a rejection off the 14 EMA, guys. 460. Just lost 460. That was almost 25-point drop to the downside. You gotta love it. D-Money, I'm gonna have my sister date you so we can trade, so we could trade all the time. Yeah, yeah, that would be hey, I don't want to trade all the time. I need a break, man. You gotta have a mental break, chat, right? It's hard to kind of explain if you're not live, if you're not a streamer and a trader Monday through Friday. So when you're done streaming, chat, PW's kind of mentioned that before because I've seen some of the streams where he talk about it. A lot of times you don't want to talk to anybody, chat, because you've been talking for hours and you need to kind of like decompress. And it's like, that's just how it is, right? So if you got somebody that, you gotta, you've been streaming for an extended period of time throughout the day, then you got to go home and somebody's calling you, oh, hey, let's talk about the market. It's like, well, I just talked about it for almost 6 hours. Like, I don't have anything else to talk about, right? That's just a normal thing, guys. You get it if you maybe you got a job where you're talking all day, or maybe you're standing up on your feet all day, right? And it's like, oh, somebody's telling you after work they want to go do something, and you're like, well, I need to sit down because I've been on my feet all day, right? As an example, something similar. Looks like the sessions are now going to be more ranging. Yeah, that's what it's. I mean, we've been pretty much ranging since you can call it 10 o'clock. So it's almost 12:30, and we've seen this multiple times, chat. Right, where 4 hours plus you're in the range. Sending hugs. I feel you on people asking so many questions. Yeah, I mean, I'm not referring to the chat, guys, right? Because that's part of my job, obviously, to interact with the chat, and I love interacting with the chat, to be honest. But I'm just saying, outside of work, right? Outside of work, that's why when people hit you up and they're like, hey, are you interested in doing a one-on-one? Can you do a one-on-one session with me? I'll pay you. People do that all the time, guys. I got so many DMs of people like trying to, hey, you do one-on-ones, like, and I'm like, nah, I don't do one-on-ones. You don't need a one-on-one. I stream Monday through Friday, right? So there's nothing to pay for. It's a free stream, so you don't have to pay for it. But I don't even have the energy, guys, outside, right? You need to have other things that separate you from trading outside of streaming and trading, right? So for me, it's spending time with my daughter, going to comedy clubs, etc. Whatever it is, you got to have some kind of outlet. And you can't be fully consumed 24/7, right? Because that would be crazy talk. D-Money, thanks for the call outs. Hey, I do what I can, guys. Obviously, we're not a signal service, but I think a pretty good session overall. Sitting at $1,500 in profit, guys, right? We had some chop on a couple of trades earlier. We had some solid moves on the breakouts on the ORB as well. So it's been a mixture today. We'll take what we can get. I'll take the 1,500 and keep it pushing. to be honest. So it's been, and then now we're kind of stuck in this range. So the question is, will power hour in this afternoon bring volatility? So I'm not gonna lie, it's been a little tame, chat, right? It's been tame. Power hour has been tame this week. MOC, the last 10 minutes going into the market close, has been tame. So what's a signal service? Yeah, I'm saying signal like meaning that we're not a trade signal stream, right? Where you pay and we give you signals or alerts or hey, buy here, sell here. We're not that kind of stream, guys, right? It's a free stream. I'm basically analyzing the market and basically calling out things that I see on the chart and trying to explain in detail why I'm taking trade setups. So that's what I mean. I live in Naples. They won't put up with spring break here. I just scalped this range about a dozen times for small win. Yeah, I'm well familiar with Naples. They're not going to play that in Naples, right? So you'll be cops will be called pretty quick. But Fort Lauderdale's is the new spring break destination in South Florida, guys, for sure. So I kind of hate that because the beach is packed with people from right all over that are coming here to, I mean, enjoy the weather and the beach. I get it, but it kind of sucks if you're local until about the end of March because parking's going to be almost non-existent. Every restaurant on the beach, etc., is packed. So it's something you got to deal with living in South Florida. Your analysis is money, D-Money. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. I definitely try, guys. Still can be better, right? Working to get better every day. So, but I definitely try to be as accurate as possible with what I'm seeing on the chart. But I'm not a robot, so I'm human, chat. That doesn't mean that every trade's gonna work. That doesn't mean that I won't enter on setups that maybe, right, you get chopped. You guys saw that today. You guys saw some chop yesterday. Some of the market trades have been choppy, right? You're getting some, it's like crazy, but right, if you're a breakout trader, and I kind of said this at the beginning of the stream, chat, I've noticed, make no mistake about it, I've noticed a lot of people kind of vocalizing on social media that they've been having a rough patch with trading because of the chop. So if you're out there and you're feeling frustrated, maybe you're red and you're trying to, you're frustrated with trading, etc., guys, the market right now, it's not giving you, if you're a breakout trader, maybe you're struggling with some of these ranges, etc. It hasn't been a lot of follow through on some of these breakouts, right? So if you're a breakout trader only, you're definitely probably having a rough patch. You got to try to adapt. Look at some of these ranges that are being given because, that's what they're giving. Simple as that. Let's go for 3,000 likes, chat. Yeah, I would appreciate the support, guys. If you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, we rock out Monday through Friday. We out here trying to make a little money. So it looks like we're at 2,600 likes, chat. I'm gonna come back at 2 o'clock. I have zero expectations because it hasn't been all that great, in all honesty, right? That 2 to 4 o'clock time frame. But I'll be back at 2 o'clock, guys. I'm gonna go grab some lunch. If you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. So we'll be back at 2 o'clock, guys. Hopefully we'll get some decent moves. I do have low expectations though because of what's been happening, but we shall see. Don't know what I'm gonna get, but you can feel free to drop some suggestions in the chat what I should get for lunch, and I'll let you know what I end up getting. But good channel, go. Hey, I appreciate it. What time will you be back? Yeah, it'll be 2 o'clock EST. Greek, Five Guys. Good old burger. Cauchy bet, D-Money getting Smoothie King. Let's go. Oh, man. You gotta love it. Not Raising Canes. Yeah, I don't think I'm in the mood for Raising Canes today, chat. To be honest, I don't think I'm in the mood for it. So I think that's a no-go. I went and got Raising Canes the other day because of you. Hopefully it was good. Firehouse. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm not a fan of Firehouse subs anymore. I haven't had Firehouse subs in a while, in years, chat. I had a bad experience one time where the sub was like super soggy. Like when I opened the wrapper, it was literally like drenched and like wet. Like it was like weird. So like I never went back. I do like Jersey Mike's though. I think Jersey Mike's has really good subs. Lose Subs, guys. That's also a really good sub shop here as well. So Pollo, yeah, I'm not in the mood for Pollo today. Gas station sushi. Sleepy Mocha, you want me to come back and stream or you want me to go to the bathroom? Oh man, you gotta love it. Sleepy Mocha trying to set me up. So I'm going to be back, guys, at 2 o'clock. I'm going to call it here. On the way out, do me a solid. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Going to figure out the lunch plan here. And I'll see you at 2. I'm gone.